Hello everyone, this is Heidi coming to you from sunny Florida. Today is Friday, February 24th, and normally I don't podcast on a Friday, but life has gotten in the way, so I wanted to get it in before it gets too far ahead of me. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, I really hope you like this episode. I give you a warm welcome. I hope you come back. And if you do like it, you can click the subscribe button and a like button and then see what I'm up to next. And for my returning viewers, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here to join me for another episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about knitting, crocheting, and cross-stitching. I got it all in there. Other than YouTube, I am very active on Instagram as Yarned Heidi and also on Ravelry as Yarned Heidi. So welcome. I really hope you like this episode. I have some finished objects, including one that I just finished last night, right before midnight, and a couple of other ones. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. No, that's it. I'm going to talk about my knitting stuff right away. So grab your beverage of choice or nothing and hang out with me. Let's go. Okay, so the first finished object I want to show you is, okay, let me just get it, is my dainty socks. Oh, I just love these socks. I tell you, they are the best fitting shorty socks that I've ever made. The pattern is by Lisa Much, and they're called Dainty Socks. I will link anything that I talk about today down in the description box, so if you'd like, you can check it out. I'm using yarn from my stash from the holidays, from Mandy's Making. This is called the Handmade Ornament. And I worked on it with 2 circular needles at a time. I'm trying to think what size I did it. I did a size small, 56 stitches, because that's what I normally end. I love this cuff so much. It's a folded cuff, and it gives this picot edge. Love it. So I did a regular, well, she had like a very simple slip stitch and gusset type heel. And then I did about 55 rows for the foots. And then I did a really cool, she had a rounded toe, but it's a little bit different. I love it. It fits me the best. Just something a little bit different. So I think I'm going to, for now on, copy the way she does her toe into all my other socks. I really loved making this sock. It fits like a glove. So now that's a finished object. So that's my Dainty Socks by Lisa Much. I'm trying to think if I could tell you anything else about it. Nope, I pretty much followed the pattern as it was written, including the heel and the toe. Nothing is different. I just did the length of the foot, the way it fits me the best, and that's it. So check that pattern out. I loved it. Okay, so that's one thing. Then I wanted to do something like a cleaning of the palette, because all my projects have been big and intense. You'll see why in a couple of minutes. And sometimes I just want to do something simple, and I've been wanting to do one of these because I did it in the knitted version. I'll tell you in a minute. And then she did a crochet version of it. And at the time I injured my hands, I could not crochet well at all. My gauge was so big. It was loose. I tried doing it, and I said, I'll hold off until I'm knitting and crocheting better, and then I'll pick it up again. Anyway, it is the, what is it called? Okay, the Yarn Cozy Light, the crochet version by Knitting Natty from the Love and Stitches podcast. And I love doing it. It was so quick. So what did I do? Oh, it was recommended to use a size C hook, but I am a loose crocheter. I'm a lefty, so I went down, because when I tried it, went after my injury, and I was like, this is way too big. It's not going to fit any yarn skeins at all. So I said, let me go down on a hook, and it was perfect. So this is it, crocheted. It's a little wonky now because I have something in there, a skein of yarn, which I've used. And I love it. It goes quicker than the knitting version. So that's it. What else can I tell you about it? Oh, the yarn is left over from this Mandy's making. Let me tell you, I bought this skein for Sockmas for the sock along that Nitty Natty does, and I made a long pair of socks, regular size socks with this yarn. Then I had so much left over for the shorties, and then I have left over for the yarn cozy, and I still have a ton left over. I can make probably 4 more yarn cozies. So that's it. So that's my yarn cozy light by Nitty Natty. Check it out. It is a paid pattern, but not terribly. It's really inexpensive. And that's it. That was a little bit of a palette cleanser while I'm pushing through the other stuff. Then the next thing, which I finished last night, this really cool hat. Let me see if I have the details because I just finished it. Okay, the pattern is called 60 Cables, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry by, I'm gonna screw up her name, but I can't help it. Gabby Christian is her last name. I'll link it down below, and I'll also put it on the screen later on when I edit it. Anyway, this also was done on 2 circulars. For hats, I do like to do a 16-inch wire, cord. And unfortunately, all my 16 inches are on other things. I don't even know where or what. But anyway, I ended up just using 2 circulars, which I kind of like better now because I don't have to go on to DPNs to do the decreases. I can just go round and round with the circulars. The sizes used was 5 and a 7, 5 for the brim, 7 for the body, and the yarn is by Fiber Seed, Sprout Sock, and the colorway is called Bee's Knees. It's a slouchy top hat. Now, it's called 60 Cables, but you know what? There's no cabling in here at all. There is a special stitch that you do. You go into the second stitch, pull that up, then knit the first stitch, and you pull it both off the needles, and it gets like a crossed look. I'll show you. Since it's a free pattern, it's no big deal if I tell you about it. See there? So you're crossing over the stitches. It is really cool. I thought that it was going to be way too big because I was like, this is loosey-goosey all over. But when I tried it on, it fits so nice. I'll put it on now. Okay, let's see. There. And in the back is like that. I don't know if you could see much. Yellow's not my color, but I tell you, it doesn't look too bad on me. I am gifting this, so I'm glad I got it done and I got to show you guys. I'm gifting it to my son, and he requested a long time ago for a yellow hat to add some sunshine into his life, so here it is. Not bad. I kind of like it. Maybe I'll make one for myself. Even this color, yellow is not my color, but I guess this one isn't so bad. So that's a finished object I finished last night. So I'm so excited about that. And that's it for my finished objects. Okay, oh wait, one more. Okay, one more. It was gifted. I showed it on my podcast before while I was going through the process and before I sent it off to be finished. It was a cross-stitch project called Beach Please. And I will import a picture in here to show you how gorgeous it came out. It was a bunch of motifs that I cross-stitched, all beach-related, summer-related. And then I sent it off to the cross-stitch shop to put it into a pillow with this cool border with seashells hanging down from it. It came out gorgeous. I gifted it to my sister as a housewarming gift, and she loved it. She loves anything beach or summer-like, and I'm so glad it came out as good as it did. So that is another finished object, totally finished. It was finished with all the stitching, but totally finished is having it made into something like a frame or a pillow. So that was my other finished object. So not bad, 4 of them within a couple of weeks. Okay, now works in progress. Whoa, some of these are like so intense that, ooh. Okay, I'll start with the first one. It seems like I've been working on this forever, and to be honest with you, I am done with it. I know I'm close to the finish line, but this last section is taking every ounce out of me. The good thing is how I'm working with this particular project is I'm doing 30 minutes for 30 days, or not even 30 days, for the rest of my life until this is over, for 30 minutes to get it done. It is the Florida road trip from, it was a mystery knit along way back last year, almost a year ago, before I got injured. And it's by Really Clear Designs. For the last 2 years, they have done 3 different states. First was Pennsylvania, then Maryland, and now it's Florida, where I live. So I felt like I really should do it, but I want to do every state. So anyway, it was a mystery. That's been done for quite some time. I picked it up after everything was better and healed, and it is what a project this is. Okay, I'll show it to you, but I'll tell you the particulars first. I'm using from Baah Yarns the La Jolla base, and it's fingering yarn. The colors are Falling in Love, Primrose, Pink Primrose, Toumaline, and Pink Sand. Okay, here it is. I even have to stand up for this. I am so done with this and it's got a million ends to weave in. That will take me a couple of weeks just to do that. Okay, let me take off my my needle holder. It is, you can't even see. Okay. So each section is like a part that the designers who are from Really Clear Designs, they are a duo team, and they do different parts that inspire him with Florida. So here's this part. I had to do 2 different panels, and we connected it. Up here we connected it. Now this part, OMG, it's Intarsia. I never did Intarsia before. Whoa, that is no joke. You have to, you're not supposed to have floats with Intarsia. You're supposed to put the yarn in back, like carry it through, not carry it far, but you're supposed to do a section, and then another color comes in, and you work that section. It is no joke. I'm almost done with it, but it is forever. And I don't even want to show you the back. I have strings and strings of yarn in the back with this Intarsia, because when I'm done with one section, you don't want to carry the color all the way to the next part where you use that color. So you cut it, and then you add the yarn when you get to that section again. It is no joke. Look at this. I have no shame, because we all know what it's like to be knitting with ends. Look at this. It's a bloody mess. OMG. I'll deal with that when I'm done with it. I just want to get this done. So I'm at the tail end. You keep decreasing and decreasing, and soon it will end. I'll be so thankful. But anyway, it is, and you know what? It is heavy. I got lots of beads. They had a simple version to do this here. I didn't even have to do the Intarsia. There was another version with stripes or something, but I like to challenge myself. If I'm going to do this, do it all or nothing. And there's beads involved in this section. This is like a garter stitch in here. Whoa, unbelievable how this is. So I will get this done hopefully by the next time, and I'll be done with it. It is so heavy. I don't even know if I'll wear it because it's so heavy. It's almost like a blanket, because there's a lot of beads and a lot of yarn in here. We'll see. I'll let you know how it goes by the next time I talk to you guys. Anyway, what else did I say? Oh, the needle sizes are 3 and 4. So it is taking forever. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, but I'm almost at the finish line. So the Intarsia is a new technique I learned, and I don't know if I'll do this again. I don't know. Maybe I'll try a simpler project to do Intarsia. This is not the project to start learning how to do it. So that is my Florida road trip. I have to honestly say, I can't wait till that's over. The next one, more problems. Okay, the next project that I've been working on, and I showed it the last time, is a sweater that I'm trying to do with a course, a basic sweater to perfect my skills. Well, that did not work out. I showed it the last time, and you'll probably say, oh man, she didn't go too far. Okay, here it is. Now, guess what? A lot of things happened with this. Before I get into that, I'll just tell you the yarn. The pattern or the class that I took, the course was from Twin Stitches Design. That's Julianne, who's the knitwear designer of it. And I'm using size 6 and 8. It's Lion Brand Comfy Cotton Blend, and the colorway is Blueberry Muffin, and it's on a size, I was going to do a size 3 because I'm busty, and that's the way it fit. Well, I did a gauge on this, and it looked like it was good. My gauge, I adjusted to what I think the gauge should be. Well, I got down to the ribbing of this sweater. Okay, the neckline fits perfectly. I was trying it on. Even the bust seems okay. And the arms, they seem big, but somebody says eventually that when you pick up, it's going to close up quite a bit. Well, I get all the way down to the ribbing. And believe it or not, I only had to do from the armhole down to where I wanted it, about 10 inches. I'm very short-waisted. I'm short. So that was fine and dandy. I get to the ribbing. I said, let me keep trying. And I kept decreasing the stitches because I said it still seems big. It still seems big. So every 4 or 5 rows, I decreased I don't know how many, 10 stitches every 4 rows. So I get to the ribbing and I try it on. I'm looking at it. I said, in the back, it's so bulky and big. I said, this does not look good at all. The front, I was not happy with the way this looks. So much for taking this class and learning stuff. I'm back to square one. So I did a technique that I saw Natalie do from Knitty Natty, where I didn't want to rip out the whole sweater. I wanted to go to the point of where the armhole is because the chest fit me good. So what I did is I took a tapestry needle and I put waste yarn, and I went through one leg of each stitch all the way around to where I wanted it, underneath the armhole, which is about there. And I put in the waste yarn, and I ripped everything from the ribbing up to that waistline, waist yarn, so I don't have to rip the whole thing, because I like the neckline, I like where the bust is. So I did that, and that ran into troubles too because I didn't evenly put in the waistline, and that was a disaster too, but I got it all on finally. So now I said to myself, how am I going to get this to fit now? I have to go down 50 stitches because the 10, 10, and 10, they were still too loose and baggy. I mean, the back was I felt like a potato sack. So I am going to now decrease, which I think I already did, 50 stitches. That's the only way I can do it. So I'm going to knit some more rows on this, and then I'm going to try it on. Let's keep our fingers crossed that now it's not too snug and that it will fit right. If this doesn't work out, maybe this yarn isn't good for this sweater. I'm going to say adios. Even though I checked my gauge, I don't know what happened. So I'm giving it one last shot by trying it on after about a couple of more inches to see how it's fitting around the back and the waist. And if it's too snug or too loose, goodbye. I'll use this yarn for something else. Maybe I'll make a tank top, not so, I don't know, bulky. I don't know what to do. So anyway, if you have any suggestions, comment below. I'd love to hear what I can do to make this journey easier. I don't know. Anyway, that was my dilemma. It's funny because I'm pretty much knitting this thing twice, and I'm not doing it a third time. So that's my sweater. I hope it fits after, I'll let you know the saga the next time we speak. Okay, that's it. And the way, I just want to put it in timeout. I'm annoyed with it. But no, I'm going to pick it up because now it's just knitting, knitting, knitting. Okay, the last work in progress that I have is a cross stitch one. I like to have everything. I like to have lots of knitting projects, 1 or 2 crochet projects, and I love to have a cross stitch project. I like to be diversified with my crafting so I don't get bored and I get excited when I do each one. So this one I found in my stash. God knows I got a lot of cross stitch stash too. And I thought I'd make this for my son who loves dogs. So this is called the Dog Pyramid. I don't know who makes this design. I really don't know. It's in my stash. And matter of fact, I might have bought this at like a stash sale from somebody because there was already floss on bobbins. And I know I didn't do that. So I might have bought somebody who started this, and I know why. Because black, are you kidding me? All this on black, and I have done black before. And when I was younger, now going on black isn't that easy because not only is it hard on the eyes, but there's also black floss in here. So I started doing it. I was like, oh, this is gonna be hell. I said, forget it. So you know what I did? I said, it doesn't have to be on black. It could be on just regular linen that I had in my stash. So that's what I did. And it's coming out pretty anyway. I did very little, but that's gonna be one of the dogs. You can't see it now, but you know what? It's better to have it on this for my eyes. And it doesn't have to be on black, and the colors all go well. It's not like it wouldn't go good on this kind of thing. Maybe I'll do a black frame. I don't know. So that's I just started this, and you know what? It's not that easy, this chart. I'll show you what a chart looks like. It is not that easy. There are so many symbols. It can make you go batty. And there's so many different color changes. So I'm like, this isn't easy as Beach Please. Beach Please was a lot easier. Look at all those symbols in there. That means you constantly have to change your flosses. I mean, I like doing it, but I like it better when it's just one color. So that's my latest cross stitch project. I do that when I get, antsy with my knitting and my crocheting, and I like to do the cross stitching. So that's it for works in progress. I have a couple of acquisitions. Let me see. Oh, okay, I do have a couple. Okay, so I've mentioned many, many times on the podcast, and if you're new, I'll tell you. I participate in the Year of the Dishcloths with the Kitchen Sink Shop. Every month she puts out in a newsletter a free dishcloth pattern, and it's theme oriented. This year it's sweet treats that she likes or that she heard about or anything like that. And so now, not only is she doing that, but she's also selling merchandise for the dishcloths that she does, the dishcloths. So I had to get one. It wasn't expensive. And I figured I'll use it to keep all my cotton yarn that I make dishcloths with. So I got it, and this is it. A year of dishcloths. And it says Pattern Club 2023, the Kitchen Sink Shop. Perfect. I'm going to put all my dishcloth yarn in here and the needle to go with it. So it's ready to go every month when I pick it up. And that's it. I love having that. That's a great idea if you're going to do something like this. Have a bag to, keep your stuff in for that. So that's one acquisition. The other one that I got thrilled about, let me just put something away. Okay. And I need a sip. I've been talking too much. The other thing I saw I guess I follow her on Instagram. I don't know. That's like the black hole Instagram. I get so influenced. Anyway, it's by Fangirl Fibers. She has so many of these different clubs, and this one was called the Smut Club. And you could either, and that means having like a romance novel associated with your knitting, and she also has one for fabric, like a cross stitch. I guess she's a cross stitcher too. God knows I have enough yarn, and I said, you know what? I wouldn't mind joining up with the club for the fabric option. So that's what I did. I got the fabric, so I signed up, and she also tells you the book that's associated with it for the month. I downloaded the book, wasn't crazy about it, so I don't care about that part, but I got the fabric. It's a 28 count linen, even weave. And I like it because it's different colors than my usual beige. And I'll find something to do with this. One of my projects, I like to have fabric in my stash. So when I do see a chart that I like, I could just pull out of my stash and start stitching on it. So that's what I get for, I don't know how long I'm doing this club for. I don't really understand it yet. It's my first time doing one of her clubs. But I was really interested in doing a fabric one. So that's why I did that. And that's by Fangirl Fibers. I'll link that below too. She's got lots of clubs. I think I saw one coming out for Star Wars. I'm not sure. I'm not a big Star Wars person, so I wouldn't do that. But I like this with the, I'm a reader. I don't read too much smuts, but I like reading. And if it's a romance novel, I'll try it. And she has a Discord group that you can join in for the book and anything else about this club. So we'll see how it goes. The next one that I have, it really isn't an acquisition. It is a gift from my sister, who is a quilter. Now, I love this because of just the thought of it, and she knows what I love, and it's personalized to me. And then I'll just have to hang it up in my crafting room. So this is it. She quilted like this, either a wall hanger or a table mat. I love it, the socks, because I love making socks. It's my favorite thing to knit. She knows that. I've made her. She told me recently, she showed me all the socks I've made. I didn't even realize I made that many, but there's 5 pairs that she showed me. I didn't even know I made that many. So this is from my lovely sister, Amy, and I love it. And then in the back, this is the fabric, and in the back there's a spot here where I'm going to put like a dowel, and I'm going to hang it. I don't think I'm going to put it on the table. I'm going to hang it. I love it, the socks. So very personalized, and things, my whole place is like that. I got homemade stuff all over, not just me, but things that people have gifted me and given me. I'm so blessed. So I love this. I can't wait to get a dowel and hang it up in my craft room. Okay, that's it for my acquisitions. Life. Oh man, it's been busy. I had so many things happen. Since the last time I talked to you, the Super Bowl came and went. That was a lot of fun. We were rooting for the Eagles because Bill is from Philly and a big Eagle fan. And it didn't turn out too well for them. I mean, it was a great game, but they lost, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. But that day, my sister invited us over for like a Super Bowl party or get together. And then before that, she said, why don't you come earlier and we'll play pickleball? Because in her place, she has pickleball. I played pickleball like 3 years ago, and I've stopped. Hand injury, work, everything gets in the way of getting dedicated to it. So I went with my paddle and everything, and I tell you, I wasn't too bad. So we played some pickleball, the 4 of us, and then we went back to the house, had food, and watched the Super Bowl, came back at halftime, back to our place to watch the rest of it, and that was it. Then the following weekend, I think it was the following weekend, Bill's sister came in from Philly. She stays in a beautiful area called Jensen Beach, Florida, for about 2 months. So he went up to see her and her husband and some other friends, and that was a lot of fun. Eating and shopping. We played Mexican train dominoes, and again eating and drinking and shopping. And we also walked. Me and his sister walked along this causeway, beautiful water that you see, and there was like a sailboat regatta. I'll post a picture up here, and there must have been about, I don't know, 50 boats, maybe sailboats. So cool to see, so beautiful up there, up in Jensen Beach. So that was a lovely weekend. Bill got to golf, and I got to shop and spend time with his sister, and it was a great weekend. Then when I came back home, it was my birthday, and my sister Joyce, so sweet, she wanted to take me out for my birthday, and it started early. She came here, she took me, we went into Fort Lauderdale to this park that we both know that's a beautiful park, and from the park you can catch a water taxi, and the water taxi takes you along the intercoastal of Fort Lauderdale, and you see these big mansions, these big yachts. Oh, and it was so much fun to see that. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. The weather couldn't have been more perfect. So then we went, that was like 3 or 4 hours because we didn't get off. With the water taxi, you can get on and off. You can go for lunch in different areas. We didn't do that because when the water taxi ride was over after about 3 hours, and believe me, we were hungry, and because I didn't eat. And on the boat, they had no snacks. I said to the guy, no snacks, but there was alcohol, liquor. So I got a, was it a margarita? A margarita. Oh, it was so good. And he treated it to me. He treated it for my birthday. So I got a free margarita on the boat. And that was all I had because they had no food. So by the time we got back, my sister packed a picnic lunch that we had at the park with, I don't know if I took a picture, some Prosecco, she makes the best homemade salad, cheese, and a fig spread, M&Ms. And then at the end, after that, we hit the casino for a little bit, and we had a lot of fun there. And then met up with Bill. He took me out for dinner, and the night was over. I have to say, I was exhausted. It was a fun-filled day. It started from 9 in the morning. I didn't get home until like 8-ish. Wow. That was a nice birthday. I'm so blessed to have so many people in my life with the happy birthday wishes, taking me out, thoughtfulness, kindness, blessed. I loved it. So I'm going to end my podcast like that on a good note. I am blessed to have you all on my journey with me. I wish you love and peace, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye.
Now and forever.